Okay, so this is my concrete countertop project. The concrete has cured for 28 days, so it's ready to accept any kind of sealers. Like you see, the first thing I'm doing is separating it into 5 different sections because that's how many sealers I have. So let's get started with which ones I chose. All right, first one up is FOB Extreme Sealer, followed by XS327, then 511 Impregnator, then Aqua Mix High Gloss Sealer, and then Chang Concrete Countertop Sealer. Now, only two of these are rated for concrete countertops, the others are not. First one up is the FOB. So on a clean, dry surface, apply an even coat of FOB with a paintbrush, lambswool, or roller. Let serve for 10 minutes. Then wipe and rub the surface to allow any excess product to completely penetrate or be removed. Wait 8 hours. Apply a second coat if necessary. This one is the XS27. You mix 7 parts water to 3 parts part B or A. I'm not sure which one that is, and then 2 parts uh, part A or the other one. And then mechanically mix for 5 minutes. I just rinsed out the cup, but you'll see me mixing this for a while. I probably let it get a little too long, but I just let it go. After it was thoroughly mixed, you apply with a paintbrush or roller. First coat is very wet. You let it penetrate. Once the substrate no longer accepts any more material, you just back roll it evenly, trying to eliminate any and all air bubbles. I was pretty successful on this, but it is a little harder or a little more difficult product to apply. Next up is 511 Impregnator. Apply with clean white towel, paint roller, or paintbrush. Leave on surface for 3 to 5 minutes. Wipe up any excess residue with a clean, dry towel. This is Aqua Mix. Apply with a clean sponge or paintbrush. Allow to dry 2 hours between coats. This is Chang Countertop Sealer for a streak-free finish. Saturate the entire countertop with water and allow it to penetrate. In a separate container, mix equal parts clean water and sealer. Using a clean soft rag, saturate the countertop with diluted sealer for 5 minutes. Over the next 5 minutes, continue to keep the concrete wet while gradually strengthening the concentration of the sealer until the final saturation is 100%. Wipe up all remaining sealer with a damp rag. Okay, now it's time for the second coat. Second coats are usually applied the same exact way as the first coat. I did wait the appropriate time frames between each coat. This is going to be just a time-lapse video of me applying the second coat, so hang on tight. Now with the XS327, the dilution ratio changes. I did decide to keep it a little wetter because with previous experience, I got a lot of streaking and not a very good finish. You'll see later in the video, I did achieve a pretty flat, shiny finish with a larger dilution, closer to 5 parts water, 3 parts, and 2 parts. All right, I went ahead and relabeled all the sealers just to make sure I knew which one was which. Then shortly, I'm going to pull the tape off I don't know why I pulled it off actually. I thought it was a good idea just to display the difference. And then on the very end, I did use that as a control piece. I know it's only 1 inch thick, but it still did kind of achieve the purpose of a control. So this is the final finish. I did go slow with the camera so you could try to see the gloss and how it changes the countertop. Again, only 2 of these are rated for a countertop use. Now comes the fun part, the sealer testing. For the sealer testing, I used ink, balsamic vinegar, and ketchup. I applied it as I would at my house. I put it on there, let it sit for maybe a minute, and then I went ahead and wiped it off with Windex because, again, that's what I use to clean the countertop at my house all the time. So this is a my house kind of scenario of what would happen. And that last one is the control, just to kind of add a little bit of unfinished. Now this is balsamic vinegar. Again, it didn't sit there very long, maybe a minute. As you can see, I'm starting to clean up the vinegar. The first one's not very good. The third one's not good. So far, the XS327 is coming up on top. And then you can still see even with the aqua mix and then the control. This is actually printer ink. I thought this was going to be the tough one for the sealers, but it was just a little bit harder to clean up, but it wasn't very difficult for the sealers to not let it penetrate. I guess particles are bigger. I don't know what it's based on. Like you see, it's harder to clean up, but it comes right off. And this is the close-up. A close-up, like you see, the Extreme sealer failed. The XS327 did great. Next up, we got the 511 IMP. Again, you see the balsamic vinegar stain, followed by the aqua mix, which did fairly well, but you can still see a hint of the vinegar stain. And then Chang, I was very disappointed with because it was an expensive product, and that totally failed. And then at the very end was the control 1-inch strip. Thanks for watching my video, and as always, please subscribe, and if you liked it, hit the like button. I hope to come back with more videos, although this one took lots of hours, and kudos to all you content makers out there for making the videos you make. Stay safe, and hope to see you guys soon.